Wait a minute. Oh, feeling.
You want a second?
I gotta kill something.
I've got a thirst for murder. Oh, he's coming right for another pass.
Die.
He was really just minding his own business.
You know,
I just left the nest. I'm learning to fly for the first time.
I'm doing it. Oh my God.
I'm doing it, Mom. I'm doing it. No. And that's why all of the other pterodactyls.
Petrodactyls.
Yep. Anyway, okay. Start the next episode.
Fandom Arcade. Ready? Start.
Welcome back to Fandom Arcade. Dan is just murdering baby birds right out of the nest.
And look at the name of this store.
I will.
Hold on a sec. Let me.
You gotta get the angle there. You gotta do your Skippy dance. Here we go.
Back there. That's the name of the
Ghoul.
Ghoul.
That's just Ghoul?
Just Ghoul.
That's just Ghoul.
Just Ghoul. Only.
That's the Ghoul store. That's where you go.
Where you ghoul.
You know, when you need some.
When one
ghouls.
needs to ghoul.
Exactly. As is normal. As the normal way. Now, Dan, you have a story that we teased in the last episode.
Damn it.
Of your little chat with Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, I actually spoke to Martin Shkreli right when.
I love. Before you tell the story, I just want to preface it by saying that I love how you downplay something that I think is the most heroic action a human has ever taken in the entirety of human history. So I love this, and every time Dan's like, it's not that big of a... And I'm like, no, Dan, you are an American folk hero.
I am not a man called Jane.
No, you are a man. You're a steel-driving, big blue ox riding hero of American legend. With Oliver Platt.
I have wandered way off the beaten path here.
You have. Wander back to the beaten path while telling the story.
So anyway, way back when Martin Shkreli first became famous for being the douchiest of douches, raising the price of the drug that helps with autoimmune disorder.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Martin Shkreli became CEO of a pharmaceutical company and jacked up the price of a very integral medication for people with autoimmune disease problems. I forget what insane percentage.
So it was
Ridiculous.
$13 a pill, and he jacked it to $700 and something a pill.
That is
criminal.
Just the worst. And he did it for money. For money reasons only.
Found it.
Yep. Ooh, nice. There you go.
This was my fault. I didn't see that.
That's fine. I mean, I doubt YouTube commenters are gonna rip you.
I'm get a health drink off a stoop.
Yeah, that's what you need.
So anyway, long story short is that when that story broke, I got on his Twitter and just started railing him. And one of the things that I do is that when it comes to people who have committed terrible atrocities, namely the first time I ever did it was the dentist who killed the lion, the Detroit dentist who killed the lion. I sent him a photocopy of my butt, which had a lot of negative space on it. And the point is that it's like it would use up all the toner in his fax machine while him getting a photocopy of my butt.
Exactly. Just a dark photocopy of your swarthy Grecian butt.
Yeah, of my swarthy Grecian butt. Do you know what swarthy means?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm
going to keep using it because I think it's a hilarious
I'm going to kill me a petrodactyl.
Good. And I'll be a fan of outdated adjectives.
It's not entirely outdated.
No.
I just think you're using it inappropriately.
Dark of complexion and hairy of forearm.
Oh my God, that's not what it means at all.
No? Okay. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up the definition of swarthy. But please, continue your story.
So anyway, I had already sent a photocopy of my butt to Martin Shkreli, and I was like, yeah, this shit's going down. And then there was a moment when hackers released his... shit.
It's a flyby.
Dan.
Yeah? olive-skinned. Dark-skinned, olive-skinned, dusky. You are swarthy. You are olive of skin. Congratulations, Dan. I used a word correctly, and you called me out on it.
No, I'm actually kind of feeling weird about this because I know it by a very different definition.
Like the sailory term?
Yeah, like unreliable, scoundrelly. Like it's more of a pejorative as I knew it.
Yeah, that's not correct. I've never used it pejoratively on you.
No, I'm not
No.
saying you did. I'm saying like my assumption was that you were misusing it.
You have just like not corrected me on it for like years?
Yep.
Oh, that's kind of you. Dude, actually that's really sweet.
Thank you.
Finish your fucking story. God damn it.
So the hackers released Martin Shkreli's phone number, of which I apparently was one of the first people to see it because I called his phone number and I left him a voicemail that just said, "Martin, it's Dan. Give me a call back."
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, it's like, I'm going to write this speech, and when he calls me, I'm going to tear his fucking ass in half. Within seconds, he called me. I was like, shit!
Oh, I hadn't written anything.
And so I picked up the phone and just laid into him.
All right.
And Key of the Scarecrow. And he said that he would...
Give us the play-by-play.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But I said, I need you to answer my questions. And he said, I will answer anything you want. So I asked for a comprehensive breakdown of what his logic was behind raising the price. And his answer was totally Trump. He said, he said, I don't have time to explain that to someone who clearly doesn't understand economics. And I was like, literally the one thing that you said you would do, you failed on. You said you would answer any of my questions. And then I asked you a question and you said no. What?
What?
Nighttime?
It's getting dark again. All these air raid sirens and what? What's going on?
I think I got this flashlight now.
Yep.
All right.
There's no batteries in this flashlight, right?
No.
Okay. So
This is before
not like
game
Alan
again.
Wake.
Yeah. Yeah, get some health drink.
You get some more health drink.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of health drinks.
I know. That's one of the things that I hate about games like this is like when you get like caches.
You're like, oh god, I'm gonna need this soon.
What am I getting ready for?
Exactly. Was that the end of what you were going to say of the story?
Oh, I was embarrassed how ill prepared I was.
No, Dan. This is the part that boggles my mind and why I think that you're an American folk hero for just being like, man, I could have done better. You insulted him in a way that only an intellectual can.
Oh, I ripped his ass up and down the street.
No. But you specifically, like, called him out on being pathetic as a child. Like, as a high schooler.
Thank you.
I loved that. Like, you're like, you weren't loved in school,
that is one thing that I did
and
say.
no one will ever love you because of how, like...
That is one thing I actually say a lot in a lot of, a lot, and I've continued to troll his Twitter, but one thing I did say to him was, I was like, dude, you were never loved in high school, and literally, and one of the things that I use often, I've said this line so many times, you will die alone, and 3 years after that, nobody will remember or care.
I feel like you use bullying like Robin Hood.
I do cyberbully. Like, let's be clear, I am a cyberbully.
Yeah. But I feel like, I mean, there are anti-bullying advocate groups, and I think that's fantastic. I think that more focus...
I'm like the guy that they want to keep off the books.
No, here's the thing, is I feel like that those types of advocacy groups are incredibly useful. I think that they are important. I think that they are needed in society. I think that anti-bullying campaigns are great. I endorse them fully. But I feel like there's like, if there were like almost an angry mob against bullying, like torches, pitchforks, like going down the street, like, we're gonna get those bullies, show them what for. They'll like pass by your house and one of them will be like, let's get that Dan, he's a bully. And then like one of the elders of the group will like, no, you leave him be. Like, they just mosey along. He's an American folk hero, Daniel Sullivan. I want to make like an old folksy theme song for you, like Paul Bunyan. as the hero that
Shit's
you are.
locked. Yeah, no, I mean, like, that has literally been my policy, is because my feeling is that I don't like bullies. So I bully the bullies, and I bully them hard, because one of the capacities that I do have is the capacity to be incredibly mean in a very dark way.
Yes.
And so I actually do kind
Virtually without trying, just rolls off your tongue. Just hate-filled spite language just pours out of you like a bountiful fountain.
It is something I can do.
Uh-huh.
So, I decided to use my powers for good and bully the bullies.
And you do so with great aplomb.
Thank you.
There's a dog behind you.
Well, I better go into it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
that actually scared both of us. That was awesome.
But also, by the way, thank you for complimenting my cyberbullying.
You're welcome. As I said, I want to create a folk song hero theme for you.
One of the things that I can say is that
He's Daniel Sullivan, traveling the internet highway.
I put on my knapsack and then show up to town going, it's like, all right, who here needs a walloping?
All right, let me just bust out my keyboard and just
Make you feel sorry you were
hate
born.
language. So where are we now?
We are in Midwich Elementary School.
Where Martin Shkreli was unloved as a child. Let's see here. I am checking our time because it is now time for next time
On
Fandom-
Save Point.
on Save Point, the show. Bye.
Bye.